Hi everyone, and very welcome back. I am going to make boxes. I know everybody is making boxes at the moment because Mother's Day is coming up, but I do have 4 different size boxes, very easy to make, and it is you can put anything in there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some cards in mine, and I do need a gift as well. So let me show you. This is just a scrap piece um that I have to show you my first box. Unfortunately, I cut into my box already and my camera was not on. So I'm going to show you with the scrap what I've done. I hope you can see. So I'm going to start off with 12 inches by 9 inches of cardstock. And then we're going to score. On the 12-inch side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch. That was 1/2 inch. And then we're going to go over to 5 and 5 1/4. And we're going to go over to 6 1/4. Oops. And we're going to go to 11. I hope you can see my score lines. We're going to turn it, and we're going to do another 1/2 inch. We're going to go to 1 1/2. We're going to go to 7 1/2. And we'll do 8 1/2. I'm just going to put my scoreboard aside. Then we're going to go and cut into this. So what I always do is the 1/2 inch onto my right hand side. Then I know all my cuts are exactly the same. And this is what we should have. There's my 1/2 inch. So I'm going to put this one on here. And that's what we're going to cut off. Is we're going to cut that. And we're going to cut that, and that, and that. So that is what we're going to cut off, is that piece there. Okay. And then on this side, the opposite of that side, exactly the same. We're going to cut on that score line. Cut, cut, cut. Let's do that. We're going to cut in here. And then we're going to cut up to that score line. And we're going to turn and we'll cut this off. And then this little flap, we don't actually need that. It will be in the way. Then we're going to cut up this score line. I'm going to hold that. Cut that one. And that little flap. Right. And that we can throw away. So that is how your box is going to look like. And then we're just going to do a few cuts. You see this one here and that one there. We put it here. It's on this side. So it is that little one and this little one. But first we need to cut to make a flap. Turn, and we're going to cut in here, and that's a flap. We're going to cut this one and that one. That's what we kind of cut off. And let's do this one as well. Get rid of the little ones. Now, to give you a tip, when you do this and it's not been cut off, don't pull it like I did that with that one. Cut it till it's completely off. Oh, come on. Really test me. I'm going to show you the difference by cutting it and pulling it. You see you've got a clean cut there, and you see there you've got a little thing there, and that is showing when you turn your box, when you go onto your score lines, that will show, and then that's going to show. That one is going to show, but there's nothing. It is clean. You can cut this off. I normally do. I'll cut into it, and it's not a very good cut, this one. That's better. Now I've got a clean cut. Now we're going to fold and crease and burnish all our fold lines. So now I can work with this one. Fold lines and burnish it. Now, I like to use my Teflon folder. It is fine folder. It's so good. Now, I'm going to cut into this. I'm going to tell you why. When you do that, it goes over your score lines, and you can't have that. Otherwise, you won't be able to do this. So, put that one in, and I'm notching it in. Notching. If you have to pull it, bring it in. And I'm going to do this one as well, notching it in, and I'm going to just cut that a little bit shorter. Yep, let's do. We're going to notch it to the corner, and we're going to do this one here as well. And a little bit shorter. These ones, let's see if it's gonna, shoo, it's very close. And this one, I'll have to notch this one. I think I'm gonna notch this one. It's very close, but let's just do that. That's better. And we can just throw this all. Okay, so this is how our box looks. If you want to, now you can do your pattern paper. It is easier if you do it now, and make sure that all your cuts are good. I am going to notch that as well. This is a 1/2 inch one. I'm going to do that. So much better. Okay. Then we're gonna glue it. You can see I've got glue there. So white on white. Let me get this. You see, this is a 1/2 inch. Put the glue, and that will come over like that. Right? I'm going to put glue, but if you want to do your decorative pages, it is easier, so much easier to do it now. But you can do it later as well. Just gonna put some. I just went over my school line. Right, and we'll bring this one over, and I make sure that it lines up with my school line here and my school line there, and we can bring it down. If you want to use tape, you can do that. Easy. I told you it's going to be easy. I just want to... Come on, glue. Take. Hey. Flaps goes in, and that comes down. If you need to cut in here, you can do that just to make it easy for you. I think I did. I did not. Come on. And the side as well. Now you can decide if you want both sides to be open. And can I have to notch this one as well? If you want the side to be open. To be honest with you, I'm going to glue mine. And I'm just going to have the one side to be open. I've done a box already. I've glued this. I've put my cards in. I did a notch there so that you can see that's where you open it. If you don't glue this one down and it's open, and also make a notch there so you can see where's the top of your box. Because when the cards is heavy, this keeps on coming open. So that's why I glue that one. And this is my cards. I do have 6. And the envelopes, there's space for them as well. And you can see there is a lot of space. So you can do a lot of decorative cards with envelopes. And the other tip I can give you, if you don't want to have the flaps here, you can fold it in, glue it, and then it is just your top that goes in and open. If you don't want the flaps, it's up to you. But I'll have the flaps to secure my cards inside this box. Okay, so that is the first box. Let's go on to the second one. For this box, you need 2 pieces, and you do get this out of your 12 by 12. So the first one that you can cut down, it's 9 by 4 3/4. The second one, it's 8 1/4 by 6. And I think I'm a little bit over the 6. Let me see. Oh no, there's right. 6. This is the 2 that we need. We're going to score this one. Let's score the one. Let's put this aside. This one. Here's my scoring tool. We're going to score on the 8 1/4 side. We're going to score at 3/4. And then we're going to go to 1 3/4. And let me just, sorry, 1 3/4. Then we're going to go over to 6 1/2. Six and a half, and then we're going to go to 7 1/2. This is the only score lines for this side. Right. Now, this one, you can just, if you want to put it through embossing folder, you can do that. You can cut out in the middle. You can cut out a little bit to the top. So when you fold this, is your lid. Then you've got your cutout in the lid and you can put acetate on it. I'm not very successful with acetate over onto my lid because it's going to go to, this is going to go over to the back. I'm not very, I don't know, I did not have any success with it. I can show you. This is what I mean. If you cut it into, I don't get that to open. It is, and it bends there where the acetate comes up to here. Then it bends there to get your cards in. It is beautiful, but like I said, I don't get a good result, and my lid does not stay close. I tried and tried, but it is, yeah. I'm just going to use this for myself. I'm probably going to put some ephemeras in here. It is a good size box. If you are very confident in yourself, yes, you can do that. This one, I did it in the front with the acetate. I've just cut it in the front, the acetate. It is so much easier to do it this way. And this is the box for here. If you do any decorative, cut out anything, and this is this stage that you need to do that. And then we do have this one that we need to score. We're going to go to 1/2 inch. And then we're going to go to, I think it's 1 1/2. I just need to get my notes here. It's 1 1/2. It's right. 1/2 inch, then 1 1/2, and then 7 1/2. And then we're going to go to 8 1/2. It's a lot of them that's got the same measurements. So you have to keep cool. And I'm just gonna This is my favorite cardstock to do boxes, and it came out very nice. But unfortunately, you need to have a lot of scoring on the same score line. Okay, we can put this one aside, and I'm going to work with this one. So this is what I'm gonna use for this one. It's a Spellbinders. This is a very old one, but love it. This is Nestabilities, and there's 8 dies that you get into this one. And I'm using, if you count from the outside in, it's the third one. That is the size. Yes, that's A2 matting basic A. My favorite ones. Now I see I'm not in the middle. I'm just gonna try, and so I'm just gonna measure like that. Just eyeball. Don't be perfect. And I'm gonna run this through my die cut. And like I said, this cardstock is too thick. I cannot emboss it, but it will look good if you don't have this thick cardstock. I think this is a 200 GSM cardstock. I've put some tape on already in their opening so I can put my acetate on. And I just cut it down just to cover over the opening. I did clean my acetate with a free dust duster, and I just need to get. And I use my finger. I am just taking off the one side, so I can, because this fits exactly the same as the opening, and I don't want any glue showing because it will stick onto everything you put in here. So I'm just going to burnish that. Then I know I'm okay. I can take the rest off. I'm just holding it till I make sure I've got all the backing off. And that's all good. I'm just going to burnish, knowing that my acetate is flat. Okay, so that is it. Easy. It's just a square. It will look beautiful. And let's do the other side of this. And let's just burnish on our score lines and make sure it is nice. So this is what it looks like. Let's put it together. It's gonna come in here. Okay? That's where it's gonna come. I'm just gonna notch in because I'm a little bit over my score lines. I'm just gonna notch a little bit in on my sides. Right, I've got glue on the flap, and oops, let's do it this way. It's for me easier this way, and we position it. We're gonna go score line to score line to score line, matching up. school line to my school line and on the school line. How's that? Okay, and burnish it down. So that is okay. So that flap is on. Okay, we're gonna do this one over here. Let's do glue. And what I normally do is that corner there and this corner here, and then on the edge here. If I do put glue there, I know it's gonna lie flat. And let's turn this. And I'm gonna place it school line to school line on school line. That's on this school line. That's on that school line. That's it. And I'm gonna take it down so I can burnish it. Easy. Really easy. That goes in. If you need to notch your sides to get it in, but I think, oh, my cut was good. And this one here, let's see if the cut is good. Both sides cut is good, but I will glue one side down. So you've got just one side open. And side by side, they can take, if you put cards in here, I've got 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 cards in here. If you don't put envelopes with it, you can get probably 10 in. But if you do put envelopes, and that is when you do flat cards, not flowers. You can put flowers on your cards, but as long as it's all flat. And that is those two. Easy. Let's go on to the next one. This is our next box. And this is the 3 pieces that you need to get out of your 12 by 12. The first one, I'm just going to put these ones aside. If I tell you in the beginning, what you need for your boxes, it makes it so much easier when you kind of cut to cut the right size that you can get all your pieces out of the 12 by 12. Okay, so this is the 11 by 6.5. And I'm just going to grab my notes because this is a lot of scoring in this one here. And we're going to score on the 11 side. We're going to score at 4 3/4. 4 3/4. We're going to do our first score line. And then we're going to go to 6 1/4. And I think that is all we're going to score. Yes, that's all we're going to score on this one. I'm just going to do that. Okay, so this is the base of this box. I'm going to put that aside. And then we're going to get the next piece. That is 5.5. I think by 5. That is wrong. It should be 6.5 by 5. That is an inch short. That's okay. I think I've got another piece. Let me dig in and see if I do. Yes, I do. I did have a piece that I could cut off. My 6.5 by 5. And then we're going to score at 1/2 inch. And we do a decent score. And then we're going to score at 2 inches. This is the only score we're going to do on this side. And I think I scored it wrong. Yes, I did. I should have scored it this way. Not a problem. I'll show you what I'm going to do. So we're going to go to 6.5. And we're going to go at 2. That's your 5-inch side. And I did not write it down for me. So that's why I scored wrong. And, okay, so I'm going to turn this and I'm going to score 1/2 inch. Don't do this now. This is just my pattern that I'm doing. So, yep, that's just my pattern that I've done now. So all you need to do is just 1/2 inch, and that's your inch, and this is on your 6.5 side. And you're gonna burnish this. I'm gonna burnish this now that I don't do the wrong score lines. Okay. And I'm just going to put this back on the scoreboards because I want this to be on the other side. I will show you why I want that, because my other score lines will be the same. See, they will be the same. And we can finish this one. Hold it to the side. And make sure that's even. Okay. This is the lid. Gonna come over. That's our lid. Okay. It's gonna be like that. And then I just got that score lines as pattern. We can put that aside for now, and we're gonna get these little ones. So these little ones, I'll measure 2.5 by 4.5, and on it is the I'm sure it is, that's right. Yeah. On the 2.5 side, we're going to score 1/2 inch. Turn, and I'm going to score 1/2 inch. And we're going to do 1/2 inch. And you can score at 2, or you can turn that is all the scoring done for this box. Right, let's get into the box. Now, the lid. What you can do, you can make it a point. You can round the corners. You can use a decorative edge punch and punch that out. Or you can do a die cut with dice, a decorative one. It's up to you what you want to do with that. This one I am going to make a point. It looks like an envelope. This one, I just round the corners. And I've put my cards in and I use Velcro dots, but I just round the corners for this one. But here, I'm going to make a point. So we need to get the middle of this. And I think the middle, it is 3 1/4. Because this is 6 1/2 and it's 3 1/4. And I'm going to make a pencil mark. And then on this side here, I just want to check 3 1/4. Yep. And on this side here, I'm just going to go 1 inch up, pencil mark, and a 1 inch up and a pencil mark. And I'm going to cut pencil mark to pencil mark. You're going to put this in your trimmer and you can cut, or you can cut with your scissors. I'm now very brave here. And this side on pencil mark to pencil mark. Okay. Just gonna get rid of my pencil marks. I made quite a big pencil marks because I can't see so well. Okay, so that is it. And it looks like that. I'm going to use one Velcro dot and I'm going to put it over here. You can use magnets. That will be fine. That will be actually very good if you do have magnets. I can dig in and see if I've got some magnets. I haven't used it for a while. Okay, so that's it. These little ones. And we're going to fold on the score lines. Let's burnish. I hope I score right on these ones. And burnish. And they're going to come in here. In here. Okay. So we're going to measure from one side. I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to make a pencil mark. Well, I'm going to make a dot. And I'm going to measure. So I lined it up to my score line. Make sure it's even with a score line. And I make a pencil mark or a dot. I don't know if you can see it. Then I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to measure 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch. And I'm going to do it here as well. A 1/4 inch. And a 1/4 inch there. And I'm going to do a light line, pencil line. And I'm going to make sure I'm going to do my dot there. My dot is a little bit out of whack there, but that's all right. I'm just going to get rid of it. This, we're going to put it on the pencil line to make sure we've got a quarter of an inch gap there, and it looks very nice. If you know, and we're going to do it on this side as well. We're going to do a quarter of an inch. I'm just going to do my dot again. If you've got a different way of doing your pencil mark, you're welcome. And let's do this. Okay, so we can put this together, but first you can put pattern paper on here. It is definitely so much easier, and especially if you put pattern paper on here, you've got this as your template. You can cut it, and if you want 1/8 of an inch white showing all around, or a quarter of an inch, you can do that. I am going to put pattern paper first. Let me do mine, and I can show you when I'm done. Now, I do have my pattern paper on, and you need to watch out if you do stripes. Dots will be fine, and pattern paper that's got like these flowers, because when you put your front one on, your back is going to be the opposite way. So when you turn it, it looks exactly the same as your front. Yeah, just take note of that. Then we're going to do this flap first. And just making sure. Yes, this is my right. This is my right side. So this needs to go onto the back side because it's coming over to the front like that. And this goes inside, not on the outside. Sometimes I do put it on the outside, and then I'll put the pattern paper over that. Then you don't see it in the inside, but it's okay. Just needs to finish that a little bit more. This cardstock is so thick. I'm going to use my wet glue. You can use tape, but wet glue gives me that little bit of wiggle room, and I think we all need that. Right, just then. This is the best way for me to put it. Then I can see exactly what I'm doing. I can line it up, even on the sides, and it's up to my score line. And I can turn it now. And that's on. It's going to be like that. Let's do the sides. I have to check now. This flowers. Let's see. Yes, that's it. So I'm going to put some glue onto my flaps. And I'm going to line it up with my score lines. Don't worry about where this is. You need to be even at the bottom here where the score line is. And putting it on the line. Going to bring that up. It's on the line. And I'm going to take it down. I'm still on the line. Yes, I'm still on the line. And I'm a little bit off my score line. That's right. That's what you need to be. And finish this now. And let's do this side. Hey, flowers, are you up or are you down? I think that's the way. And let's do glue on them as well. And I just need to put my pen in because I will lose it. And it did happen so many times. On my pencil line, on the pencil line, oh, come on, pencil line, hold it. Let's see. Flip, pencil line and down. And burnish. It needs to be very tight. Well, your glue needs to grab it, especially where you go over your this bulk here. So let's get that down. All right. So we're nearly finished. We're going to bring this up and we're going to glue it down. And that's your side and that's the side. Now I'm going to put some glue. I'm going to put glue onto the one side. And I'm gonna, oh, let me just put some more glue here because it's at the bottom. So when you bring this up, line it up this side here with your line. And your edge here, it's with your line. Your score line here, it's with your pencil line. Then you'll be fine. I know you can't see, but I'm just going to hold it a little bit. And then I'm going to turn it. And then I'm going to wiggle it. Pencil line. I'm on it. I'm on my pencil line. Oh, it's hard for you to see, but I'm on the pencil line. I can press down now. I do have this bone folder that's nice and long, and it's flexible. I don't know where I got it from. No idea. I know I've got it. Oh, I got it in my stash for a long time. It's the wrong side that I burnish. Ah, that's it. Now I'm on the right side. I'm just going to hold it here. Hold it there. Okay, that's it. Now we're going to do this one. Going to give it a nice glue. Okay. And I think this is much easier. I can have it even with my line. Yep, this is better. On the line. I hope you. The white one, I'm going to put on that side. You see, this one is white, and that one is clear. And I'm going to put that on this side. So I'm not going to do it very close to the point. If I can have it a little bit more in the middle. That's it. And then I'll put this one on top of it. And then I can close it. Make sure I'm even, side to side, down, side to side. And now I can close it. I just need to get something that's heavy. This is not really heavy. Let's see. Just to hold it for a little bit. But let me bring in the other one. And yep. Let's do the Velcro dots. And that's on the side. And you can see the cards inside. Let's see. That's it. Now, that's why I like the clear on this side, because you can't see it. You really cannot see it. Let's craft the cards. Oops, quite a lot that can go in there. My hands are full of glue. You can put pattern paper on this side, but I'm happy with my pattern. And that is this box. It's done. Next one, let me get everything together for you. The last box, we do have 11.5 by 8.25. And on the 11.5 side, we're going to start scoring at 4.5 and 5.25. And we're going to do at 9.75. That's 9.75 and 10.5. And then on the 8.25 side, we're going to score at 3/4. That's 3/4, and we do another 3/4. That is all. This one is probably the easiest of all of it. I did cut into this side here, and we need to cut that out and that out, and let's do that. I did cut mine out. Cut it off. Round the corners if you need to, but just remember, these cuts needs to be straight because it's your folding. You probably will see it. And I am going to round the corners. Now I've put on my pattern paper. Now this one, it is going to be up to you what you want to do when you bring it up and your flap. This one here, if you want to put pattern paper on there and you want it over the box, or you're going to go inside the box. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to do a notch here just so that you can see it is, where the flap is. So I'm just going to get the half of this and let's see. Oh, what I've got here. Oh, centimeters. Okay, that's fine. It is 6 3/8, and the half of that is 3 3/8. And I made a mark there so I can do my notch. And all I need to do is that mark needs to be in the middle of my notch. And then I'll be fine. Come on. Get in. And this is very, very thick. Both this cardstock. I didn't even make a dent. And let's try again. And I punched it. Okay. So there is my notch. Sorry, I was in the way. Right. To put it together, this is what I do. Okay. So this, the flaps goes in and it's going to go over. So you're going to go over that one there. Okay. But I like the flaps to be on the outside of this one. If I glue that like that, there is nothing inside. You can't see anything inside. It is, there you are, can you see? That's what you're going to see. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some glue onto the flap here. And I'm going to put that together. Turn it in like that. And I'm going to do this side as well. This one is probably the easiest boxed ever that you can make. Okay. There's so many people that making these boxes. You can check out May May. She does beautiful boxes as well. Absolutely beautiful. And now we're gonna take your glue and we're gonna glue up this flap here. And it's gonna come like that. And make sure at the top here, at the top, that you are even. I think I moved. I think I'm even at the top. And we can do this one as well. And I'll bring that over. Make sure that is straight. And that is that is our box. And then mine is just gonna slide in there, and it is a good fit. Let me just close this one up. Oh, come on. And yes, my other box. I did put some pattern paper on, but this pattern paper is very thin. And can take it out. There's my cards and ready to go. And that's it. This is so easy. I hope you're going to give it a try. Like I said, there is so many people that are doing boxes. They are all doing so beautiful ones. And I would like to thank you very much again for spending time with me. Please don't forget to subscribe if you don't have already. And notification bell, share, and a comment. Until the next one.